Hello, nieces and niestas. How are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista, and over here we do mainly things fragrances. And today we are here to talk about the fragrances and or combinations that I wore this week. So if you're interested in hearing about it, please stay tuned. So these are my fragrances or fragrance combinations that I wore the week starting November 5th, starting with Sunday. So Sunday, I had some body care items that I just really wanted to try out, and they came from Tree Hut. So I started off with this Berry Bright body wash, and when I use these type of body washes, they're just really a luxury component. I'm really big on cleaning myself with bar soap. I prefer bar soap, but this is a really pretty bright fruity type of fragrance. It does give you that sweet candy, Christmassy, whimsical type of vibe. It definitely provides that, but it is definitely a fruity, sweet candy type of fragrance. So I use this foam and body wash, and I also use the scrub. So whenever I include the body care products, it is because I think that they did contribute to the fragrance, whether it was the performance of the fragrance or how the fragrance smells. So this particular combination, I do think that it contributes to the smell and the performance. So after I did that, I moisturized myself with the Black Cherry Merlot, and this is a blackberry cherry type of fragrance, and it has that Merlot note in it. It smells to me just like the candle. It is exactly what the candle smell like. It has fragrance notes of dark cherry, black raspberry, and that Merlot note. It does have like this mild sparkling effervescence note to it, which I guess come from the Merlot, the winey note. So I did pair these two. So with this, I did spray this all over my clothes as well as on my body. And then I topped it off with something that I just recently added to my collection, and this is the Cherry Ambition from the Seven Virtues. And this is a cherry forward fragrance. It does have some smokiness to it, and I think that smokiness, I'm not really sure where it's coming from. I guess it's coming from the saffron that is in here, but that smokiness, it really went well with the Merlot note in the Black Cherry Merlot, and the cherry note went really well with the dark cherry. So this was a really nice combination. I do like this in isolation and combined with other things, but I do think that this was a really nice combination. I think that the cherry and the saffron in this, it did kind of mellow out the sweetness in the berry, and it was just the right combination. It was good. So that was my combination for Sunday. All right, now moving on into Monday. Monday was one of those days where I really wanted to smell gourmand. And I've really been craving gourmand fragrances. I put on a fragrance today, but I'll save that for next week and talk about it. But it was a tried and true, and I moved that all the way back to the fragrance cabinet because I'm like, no, I am a gourmand girl right now in this season. So I started off with the Fenty Skin Warm Cinnamon Body Butter. And these body butters, they are very fragrant. This one, as well as the vanilla one. So I really put a dent in this. Really enjoyed. I'm glad that I did get a backup. But this is the Cinnamon Shimmering Body Butter. And I use this. And then I went in with the white pumpkin and chai, and I've really been enjoying this. So this has a note of white pumpkin. I think it has like a cinnamon in it. It has like a spice note as well as vanilla, but it pairs so well with this. So the fragrance that I paired with that creamy, spicy body care combination is Lattafa's Nebras Gold. And this is said to be a dupe for Billie Eilish. And I do agree. I actually think that this is better than Billie Eilish. But this is a creamy, smooth, spicy type of vanilla. It's balanced too. There's just enough cream and just enough spice to not make it so subtle, but it gives it just what it needs so that it will project and last. But I do think that there are some floral components in here, like lavender, that I don't think is mentioned in the fragrance notes. But this is so good. If you are in the market for Billie Eilish or a smooth, spicy type of vanilla, but creaming, I think you should try this. So again, this is Nebras Gold by Lattafa. All right, now Tuesday, I was still in a gourmand mood. It's just my season for gourmands. So I started off with the Vanilla Dream Shimmering Body Butter by Fenty Skin. This body butter, I think this is probably the most fragranted body butter that I have in my collection as of now. This is so good, you guys. I've made it through my large size. I have this one and a backup. I really wish that they would come out with the larger size because I don't think they came out with it this season, but this is so good. So I use this. It is definitely a vanilla forward type of body cream. And then I went in with the Vanilla Bean Noel. Vanilla Bean Noel have fragrance notes of vanilla bean. It has some sugar cookie and it has like this caramel note to it. Now, I have purchased the vanilla bean for this year, and I do agree. I've heard a couple content creators say that it is better this year than it has been in a very long time, and I do agree. This is the one from last year. It's still really nice. I still really enjoy Vanilla Bean Noel. I think that it is in my top 5 for Bath and Body Works fragrances. So I paired that with the Fenty. And then I went in with the Yum Pistachio Gelato by KayAli. Yes, the dent is real life. That's real life, for real. So this has hazelnut. It has sweet rum. It has the whipped cream. It has that marshmallow note in it. Gelato, and it is so good. This is my favorite KayAli fragrance, and I know that it came out in the spring. It is airy enough to wear in the spring and the summer, but this is definitely a year-round treat for me. And I needed just to pick me up to kind of like lift my spirits on Tuesday, and this always does it for me. So if you need one of those type of fragrances that does something to your serotonin in your brain, this definitely has what I need as far as a mood booster. So I really enjoyed this combination on Tuesday. Again, this is the Yum Pistachio Gelato by KayAli. All right, now moving on into hump day, Wednesday hump day. And I did something just a little bit different, not too much, but I wanted to wear my fragrance that I am really intrigued by. This fragrance is kind of like wowing me still. But I started off with this body cream, this body oil, and I did use the Coco Shea as a courier because this probably is a little too strong to just go on your skin with nothing attached to it, in my opinion. But I don't even know the name of this. This is just a TikTok oil, but this is one of the Arabian oils. I know when you see the bottle, you've seen it. But I did order this off of Amazon when I first got it, and it was a fake. It was a fraud. So I ended up going to Aroma Concepts, and I got the original one. And the girl on TikTok said it smells like a lady on the beach eating fruit with, some of her body parts out. I do agree. This is such a sultry, seductive type of fruity fragrance. It is really good. So I use this as a baser. And then I went in with my Lamar by Kajal. And when I hauled this, I told you guys this is like Baccarat Rouge with a sweet pineapple note, in my opinion. So this is a woody, sweet, fruity type of fragrance, and it does have like this resin note in it that gives it this kick that I really, really enjoy. It's one of those balanced fragrances, in my opinion, that it's fruity enough to provide the sweetness, but it does have that woody resin aspect to it to make it serious, if you get what I'm saying. So that was my fragrance combination for Wednesday. So again, this is Lamar by Kajal. All right, so my fragrance cocktail for Thursday was something unique and something that I have just tried for the first time, and you guys, it was a hit. So I started off with Poppy by Bath and Body Works. Poppy has fresh morning dew, wild poppy, rhubarb, and juicy pear. So I decided to pick this Poppy because the fragrance that I'm going to share with you, it actually has the name Poppy in it. But this is a nice fragrance, and I don't know why I haven't worn it more, because the Poppy and the rhubarb in here, it is good. It's really nice. So this is Poppy by Bath and Body Works. Then I went in with Joe Malone's Scarlet Poppy Intense, and I think I might have half of a use left in here. But this is a very beautiful fragrance. This fragrance has some amaret in it. It has fig. It has poppy, of course. It has some orris. And it is just a beautiful, soft, almost subtle floral type of fragrance, but it has this sweetness to it. And it's really good. I have really enjoyed this fragrance, and I do plan on purchasing another bottle at some point. And then I did not want to keep the fragrance soft and subtle. So I added one of my Bond number 9 fragrances, and I do mix my Bond number 9s, but I'm very careful because Bond is just one of those houses that they really can stand alone or stand with each other. So I took a chance and I tried pairing this with the Off Broadway, and it worked, you guys. Off Broadway, it opens up very spicy, peppery like, but there's no pepper note in here. There's definitely a patchouli note in there, and it has black currant. It has some musk. It has some sandalwood in it. And it is a nice, spicy, fruity type of fragrance, and it paired so well. This was so good. When I went through the drive-through that morning to get coffee, the drive-through person was like, "You smell really good." So when they're smelling you from your car through the drive-through window with all the food and drinks and things that they're mixing together, that was a good fragrance. So I got like 3 compliments on that fragrance cocktail on Thursday. That was Thursday. On Thursday. So let's move on into Friday. Friday, you know, I always try to create a vibe with my Friday fragrance because it's a vibe. It's a good time. Friday. And of what, you know, most of us consider the work week. So I paired the Baccarat Rouge. And yeah, this is another one that I'm just about out. So I need to get ready to purchase bottle number 3. So this is Baccarat Rouge. It speaks for itself. This is a saffron beast. The cedar note that is in here, the cedar wood note that is in here, it is just great. It's good. I know many people are tired of hearing about it, but this is a for life for me. This fragrance will always be in my collection unless they come out with something better. But you don't really, when you're pairing the Baccarat Rouge, if you have the oil or the body cream, save your fragrance. And I don't know what I was thinking, because I don't have this in my fragrance cabinet anymore. I kind of overlook it, but I could have gotten the same effect because this is a really nice fragranted body oil. So I could have used the body oil, but I paired it with Cherry Ambition. Saffron with some cherry and some vanilla and marshmallow. This was a dynamic duo. It was so good, and it lasts all day. So I've heard many people talk about Lost Cherry and Baccarat. That's like old news as far as fragrance layering. But you know, I have this thing with Lost Cherry that I'm not vibing with. It's something about it. But this right here, get your nose on this. This is so good. This is a really great dupe for Cherry Smoke, one of Tom's latest cherry fragrances that he came out with at the beginning of the year or the end of 2022. But this is so good. The Cherry Ambition. So that was my fragrance cocktail for Friday. All right, so Saturday, running errand type of day, but I still wanted to smell really nice. So I started off with this because this is a fruit explosion, you guys. If you need to amp up your fruity fragrances, get you one of these oils. So I started off with this, of course, with my cocoa shea oil. So I went in with this, the TikTok oil. And then I did the Eat and Juicy Apple. So, you know, this is a apple fragrance and it has some vanilla in it. It's like a juicy apple with the undertone of vanilla 28. This is so good. It's just a sweet, vibrant apple fragrance. So that was my fragrance cocktail for Saturday. All right, so Saturday evening, I used my regular bar soap, Dove, and then I went in with this Gourmand bar soap, holiday treats. This is the cinnamon pumpkin pie, and you do get the cinnamon and the pumpkin pie smell, but whatever it is that they have to use to make soap, it's definitely in here. It smells like soap. So the undertone of it is soap, and by the time I rinsed it off, it just smelled like soap. All right, then I went in with the body scrub, and this is the same fragrance, the cinnamon pumpkin pie, and it is like an orange tinted. Now you definitely can smell the sweetness and the spiciness from the cinnamon and the pumpkin pie. You definitely get that in this. The soap so much doesn't smell like it. The store that I went to, they did not have the body wash, so I did have to get the bar soap, but it worked. And it's a nice little combination. So I used this, and then I topped it off with something that I had just picked up yesterday from Bath and Body Works. I got this as a free reward, and this is the Jolly Gingerbread Village. It has fragrance notes of golden gingerbread, vanilla icicles, and Yuletide timber, whatever that smells like. So that was my fragrance combination for Saturday night, and it was really nice. It was very comforting. I definitely could smell it, you know, while in bed. I can't necessarily say I smelled it this morning when I woke up, but it was a really nice fragrance. Definitely enjoyed it. So if you have any questions or comments about the fragrance combinations and or fragrances that I shared with you for the week of November 5th, please leave those in the comments below. I want to thank you guys for coming back. And do not forget, you, yes, you are great. Bye-bye.